Unwell podcast.
Hi guys, welcome to un.well. Hi, my name is Lucia and here is
Maria. Hi. Happy to have you all here.
So maybe we should start with a small introduction. Why are we here? What are we doing? What's our mission and purpose? So we decided to create a safe space for everyone to embrace the imperfect in being perfect. Life, most of the time, we want it to be perfect, but sometimes there are challenges and there are difficulties that makes it harder to achieve this perfection. So I gave up on that. And I embrace the life with its own things.
That's why we call this podcast and our club Unwell Club, to show you that life is just not perfect and it's fine not to be perfect.
So yeah, we come with different type of background of information. So Maria is a runner. She comes also from business side. I'm coming also from a business side, but I also immigrated somehow into the wellness area. So we want to create a space where, you can train 6 days per week or 7 days per week, but you should also allow yourself to get wasted one night or to get that pizza if you want, and to embrace life and to actually live your life, and to
have a balance.
To have a balance is quite important.
Yeah, it's fine to go for a run at 6 a.m. in the morning, but it's also fine to come back from the party at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Embrace the life.
Yeah.
That's the most important. And maybe we should make a short intro now about us.
Yeah.
So I'll start. My name is Lucia, as I mentioned before. I'm coming from Moldova. I am quite independent. I'm living alone since I'm 15 years old. I have immigrated across different type of countries, have done a master degree in Austria, have been living in Romania, have been living in Croatia. Now
everywhere,
correct. Everywhere. Long story. So now I'm living in Berlin, Germany since 5 years, and I'm embracing this life of becoming my own persona. My native language is Romanian and Russian, so I might have problems of English, or I might have a dialect or an accent.
Which is, I just want to add, really nice, because once I have heard if you have an accent in English, it means that you can actually speak a different language. So we should all be proud if we can speak English, but with a small accent, which you can of course also hear from me. And
I didn't know this actually, guys. This is new information, and I feel myself very proud. I take every win, every win I take.
Be proud if you struggle a bit with pronouncing English words, because it means that you are smarter than the rest people.
Perfect. So now about you right now, Maria. Tell us more.
I am not that crazy as Lucia when it comes to living in different countries and moving abroad. I am from Poland, from Warsaw. I moved to Berlin 3 years ago, and I have been also living in Germany before during my studies. So Germany is somehow close to my heart, as I do speak German as well. But for both of us, English is definitely the second language, or now
the third language for some of us.
Now a bit of the first language as we work together and we live abroad. So yeah, this is me. And as you said, I am a runner. I also do triathlon. We'll definitely do an episode about having a life balance with work and working out.
I would never do a triathlon, people, but Maria does it. She does it every year. She does it them all. I'm not sure how.
So if I hear any runners, just write a comment below, so I will know that we really need
exactly
this.
Embrace this community. Welcome to our community, guys. So our first episode, we wanted to dip into the water somehow and to get into our story. And our first episode is focusing on a love-hate relationship, hate-love relationship. I think
from hate to love.
Exactly. It can be also opposite, but like most of the time, I think it's from hate to love. If it did happen to you, I think it happens to everyone. if it did happen to you and you want to support our podcast and our first podcast, just leave a comment.
I
And
want to hear all stories.
honestly, it's been nice.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be so cool to hear
I
some
think
people.
there are so many, for example, couples where you hated each other at the beginning.
And after that, you get married.
Yeah. So we want those stories, but also with friends. For example, you meet someone and you just don't like someone.
Exactly.
And then after some time, you're really good friends or you're business partners, as it turned out here. But we'll tell you the story with details. So tell us the story. Let's get to know each other better, because I think we should write even a book about like with
Oh my
all
goodness, this is too much. Like for me, relationship is a hard emotional journey. I am a very emotional human being, so for me, I'm extremely empathic. So I'm dealing with a lot of things in terms of relationships.
Overthinker.
I am not overthinker. I'm overthinking just in relationship, personal stories, business and work. I am a machine.
Yeah, that's true. Lucia is a doer in business, overthinker in a relationship.
Personal wise, I lose myself, but business wise,
I am a bit opposite. I am overthinker sometimes in business, how to do stuff, and then it takes me maybe a bit longer than for you.
But it's good. Sometimes you have to think about all the pro and cons, no? It's like every section has, like every skill or has its own, like...
We have a balance.
Exactly. That's the balance.
Yeah.
But
it is a good mix.
But so, like, this episode got inspired by our history together. So we met 2 years ago at our previous job. We are working in sales.
I told myself always that I never ever want to remember this journey, but here we are.
We have to. We have to do it.
Episode about how it started, how we get to know each other, and why we didn't like each other at the beginning.
Not so much. It was a difficult journey to be, into it. So I have met Maria 2 years ago, and we worked in sales, in B2B sales. So everything that it comes with, like cold calling, hunting the clients, signing the deals, and getting the revenue in, this was us. And Maria was one of the top. I was also doing a great job.
Not one of the top, let's be honest. I was the best one.
I'm still not admitting this. I'm not admitting this. Top three.
Top 3 because we were only 3. But
Top
to be honest, all sales competitions that we had, I needed to.
Oh my goodness, this is why our relationship got screwed over so much, because I was such a person of being fair and true, and Maria is like just going and taking it, that client just taking it, signing, doing, taking, like it's like
it was all fair, but you know how it is in sales. You just have to fight for your client. And
you are a real hunter. She's a real hunter. She's like, so it's such a hunting behavior. So any corporate who looks for hunters, Maria would be perfect for it, but I don't think
you can send me private message.
job applications for sales. Honestly, sales is such an amazing job. It teaches you the most
the best skills.
Exactly. It teaches you everything. Like in sales, you have to do everything. So you have to be a problem solver for your client. You have to be the marketing. You have to know how to communicate your message to the clients. You have to be the finance, because you have to calculate every deal and you have to explain it to your clients.
A lawyer.
You have to be a lawyer because you have to check the contracts and analyze it. So sales is such a like, I love working in sales. Honestly, my first job in sales, I got burnout and I had a career shift in marketing. And after that, I ended up in Maria's company that she was working. And honestly, I was feeling very insecure and very anxious, but I was not sure if I could do sales again. And I had to prove to myself. But the company, it was also, it was not the most easier company to work for. And
when Lucia joined, we were on the same level in the same team, but I have been asked to do onboarding for Lucia, and of course it wasn't an issue.
But honestly, this was not my main issue. This was not my main issue with you.
I know.
I didn't even care. Like for me, it's like.
What was the main issue? Let's be honest now when we are friends.
You are not killing, I should not use this word, please excuse me. No, you're extremely competitive and selfish. You know this.
But I think I have also changed a bit over the last 2
It's
years.
becoming, it's slowly.
Step by step, I realized that yes, I am super competitive, but that's why now I focus on my sports part of life where I can be competitive and I can use my whole energy into my runs and triathlons and I can be the best one or the first one there. But when it comes to work,
To life.
and life and personal life, I wouldn't like to be so competitive.
This is actually a very nice thing for you even admitting this, because it's like
I know I have been really tough at work and I feel really bad for everyone who
it's like
who
Maria is like a
working with
machine.
me.
Maria is the dream hunter for any corporate. So I wanted to say that Maria is a perfectionist. She likes everything to be good, to be perfect, to be in order, to go the way she wants it.
Oh yeah, this is what I like.
When we were working together, this is what was the main issue that was driving me insane. It was Maria's individuality of being her own individual. I might be extremely stupid because I'm like trusting people. Like I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I can
You're
have.
more emotional than
But it's not like I'm afraid of karma. But most of the people are not. She doesn't care. I'm afraid of karma.
I think I just wasn't. Now I treat people different, but at work.
This is what I wanted to say, that it's a good feature. So it's like I would not go to the extreme of being so perfect as you, but I'm trying to learn right now how to do this in my life, because starting to have my own business, I'm put it in the corner to not be good at everything. And I have read a line the last week. It's about, if you don't need to be the people pleaser if you want to succeed, or like sometimes you have to not be the people pleaser to succeed. And somehow this stays in my head, which matches with you so much, because you're like, I'm focusing on myself and my own well-being. And this is very, very important.
I just do stuff without also analyzing it that much, I would say. Or at least I hope. Sometimes.
Because for me, it's like I care too much about the people. Like I think about, even right now, I have a Pilates studio. I opened a Pilates studio in Berlin.
We will add the link in the comment.
However, we have very good classes, very good quality.
Really good Pilates.
Really nice classes.
Pilates.
Yeah, I'm really.
Hot Pilates.
And hot Pilates. We're trying to do something good. But this is what makes me difficult, because I have to deal with a team of teachers and like customers and everything. And I want to make everyone happy, but I can't.
And this is also something that you have to learn, and you learn through the journey. And this is also why we did this un.well plan, to really show everyone that you can try to be perfect, and you can be perfect in some parts of your life, but you cannot be 100% all day long perfect.
And it's okay. Like it's okay to embrace the person who you are and to know your own. I think it's more important to analyze who you are, like to think about, hey, my behavior maybe in this area has to be improved, or my behavior in this area was satisfactory for me and I love it. So it's like a learning process. I see it like a learning process. Because right now I'm trying to become a little bit, no, 10% more like Maria.
This is a way. You start with 10 and you go.
I have to start understanding that the life is sometimes difficult to be. I cannot make everyone happy. Also, what I have learned is that sometimes people don't even appreciate when you put them first. Like, this is what I learned.
They don't notice it.
They don't notice. They take it for granted. Like, you make an effort for the people and they're like, yeah, well...
And they expect that next time you will also put them first. So, of course, if you change something, then they are a bit disappointed that you put yourself first. And they think that you don't think about them anymore.
Exactly, but in your case, you are just going with it from the first, like, expectations wise. You have it fully set, so people don't have expectations to go, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, I always clarify everything from the beginning. But
Good.
I want to go back to our
Ah, yeah,
relationship.
true.
Hate to love, because we started a bit with maybe not even hate, but we were, let's be honest, in a toxic environment.
Very toxic.
Which and this environment didn't allow us to grow together and be a good team and good partners at work. And after we finished with this toxic environment, we noticed that we basically can work together really well and we understand each other really well.
We have kind of the same aim, but we have complementary skills.
Yeah.
We were put in the same team with the same aim, you know?
And we needed to use the same skills, which of course we have them because we were working in sales, but you are good in one part, I am good in
the context is different. This time the context changed.
Yeah.
So we can see that when we worked in our previous company, we literally hate each other. We had some few moments when we were having a good conversation, a coffee or something. But after that, something happened, and after that, we hated each other again.
But then again, we had a nice...
Exactly. So
we had this really
like
roller coaster.
Exactly.
Every month or every week or every day, we basically didn't know if this is a good time for us or a bad.
Is it a good day? Is it a bad day? You know, it's like every day you didn't know which type of day it is. It was so exhausting for me.
Like, everything comes from a toxic...
Everything is connected.
Environment.
Like the context matters so much. And now we can speak and now we can like work together on
every
things.
Single day almost, to be honest. And we are willing to work together. Really interesting. And we want to meet, and we have so many ideas that we want to check together and then just try out without even blaming each other that, okay, this didn't work because you didn't do something. No.
I'm expressing concern sometimes.
Yeah. But it's fine, you have to.
But it's not about like, it's more like, I don't know, I see it differently because it's like I know you a little bit better.
Yeah. I think what is also important to say that we have a bit of a different way of working.
Very different,
and,
I think.
Yeah, and this is also interesting to just communicate it and make a plan that works for both of us, and we both feel comfortable in this plan.
Exactly.
So I have to say that I am really surprised that we can work together so well after last year. But on the other hand...
But it's like you're very ambitious. And
you are also really ambitious.
Honestly, this is why I also want to do this unwell. It's like, it's okay to be your own persona. I love who I am. I love my emotions, and somehow I have bad days or good days, and somehow... But now I feel safe to express my emotions. Like, I don't have any like, oh my goodness, I have to be a specific type of way to say a specific type of thing, because if not, people are gonna judge me and they're gonna treat me a specific type of way. I embrace the part who I am, and this is actually, I think it's very difficult to do because I am not perfect. I'm extremely emotional. I can be very impulsive, but in the same time, I'm extremely ambitious and smart and like intelligent and so on. And I know my bad things and I know my good things, and I'm okay with this. Like, it's fine. It's fine who we are.
This is really smart what you said, that you know who you are.
Exactly.
And you just accepted it, and you don't have to fight against it. Because if you are gonna fight against it, then it's gonna be more difficult for you to do stuff in your daily basis.
Exactly. This is what drove me into this. I gave up on being the person the society wants me to be. I honestly gave up. Like, let me try to do something on my own. If it works, it does. It's not.
I just want to add that we are both from really specific countries.
Eastern European.
Yeah, it's European people are gonna understand, where you have to stick to some rules and you have to follow a path, because if you're not following the path, people will maybe not immediately judge you, but they will ask you questions. They're
gonna ask you, which box are you?
Yeah.
Where can I place you in my head?
Exactly. And this was also really difficult for us to understand. Okay, we just want to live our life
Exactly.
based on our rules. Of course, people here in Germany or in Berlin, they are like, yeah, just do whatever you want to do. But we needed to go over this.
Literally, my dad this weekend he told me to find a 9 to job. You know, he told me, he was like, Lucia, why are you struggling with your own Pilates studio? We are our first month in, so financially craft is not stable. So I still put my money into it, and I asked the support from my parents because craft is actually made without a loan, without investors. It's made just with my own resources. And I needed their help. And my dad is like, why are you struggling? Like, he's like, go find a job, be paid like a human being, 2,000 euros, 3,000 euros, come home, take a shower, and go to bed. He's like, why are you doing this for you? And I was like, Dad, but you know, people are doing like billions. We're dreaming, we're doing a dream, like we're making their dreams, we're trying, you know? And my dad is like, but what's your problem that we are trying? It's their billions, it's their dreams, it's not yours.
And this is this.
It's like
this way of thinking, which we both needed to
so difficult.
really accept and just leave behind us. And I think this made us even stronger because we had this journey.
I think it's more like it's stronger to become your own persona, you know? It's like stronger because you have to resist. You have to resist to your parents who are telling you what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do.
What kind of job you
exactly
need to have, because I studied finance, so of course
accounting.
Till now accounting.
Nice.
My dad asked me why I am not working in accounting department and that I should use my knowledge from my studies, which I am using just in a different way, not sitting in the office and counting some stuff from 9 to 5.
You know what's different? It's like some people live their life, some families or some cultures, they have a different type of life, and our culture is, I don't think our parents are guilty of anything because they have lived in a very difficult times.
Know that we cannot blame them. They just do it for us because they want us to be safe and stable and happy.
Okay, we're back.
Short break, technical issues
Done.
When it comes to English and words, this is the worst word in English for me.
Well, we are navigating this. We're getting better every day. Going back to the hate-love relationship. So me and Maria, we met in the previous company. We had a very difficult relationship at the beginning.
Yeah. Now the worst part of the relationship that we had was that we never communicated anything.
Never.
We never talked openly. And this is like a huge lesson that I got from this friendship because we now have so many nice projects, so many nice meetings,
Nice
ideas where we just go for a walk or for a coffee and we talk about business, workouts, dating, about everything.
It helped me understand. What helped me a lot is understanding the difficulties and the differences and acting on the strength and communicating on it. And it's like we are having our own motivation. We are having our own self-motivation to do this. And it's important to understand this about each of us. It's important what drives you and what drives me. And it's important to communicate this and align on what we want to do.
Exactly.
What's our purpose.
And that we both have a bit of a different life, different schedule of the day, different needs, different priorities. And because we communicated or we meet and Lucia knows what I am gonna do after work or when is your next meeting, so we know how much time we both have. And because of this communication, that's why it works.
It's actually, it's impressive that it works, but we met we met this year and we somehow sit down and we just spoke what we want to do. And we're like, hey, I also want to do this. Hey, I also want to do this. Let's align it. Let's work together. Let's figure it out.
Yeah. It came really naturally. It wasn't like pushing from one side to another or you didn't push me to do something with you. we just talked and we met for a coffee. I remember
Exactly.
you told me about a Pilates studio. I told you about my struggles and ideas. And at the end of the meeting, we were like, whoa, let's do something, because it's crazy how many good ideas we both have. And we also mentioned it that you have a different skills, I have different skills, and we can combine them really well.
Exactly. It's like listening, communicating,
Yeah.
accepting who you are,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Listening, not judging.
You can judge, guys. A little, you can.
A little. A little.
A little.
A little.
We all judge. In our head, we all judge. We have to be honest of ourselves.
Yeah. I just don't tell you sometimes. Sometimes I tell you, but yeah, okay, almost.
We all do it.
Almost
like,
always.
We all do it all the time.
Yeah.
So, yes, listening, accepting the differences,
Yeah.
and trying to embrace the positive.
Yeah.
All the time when it's difficult, take a break,
Yeah.
breathe, come back,
And communicate.
Yeah. And listen.
Yeah.
So on this podcast, we're gonna speak on more difficult topics that were difficult for us.
Mm.
And we worked on it, or we are working on it,
Yeah.
to become a little bit better.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but a little bit better.
But still, we want to show you that we are also unwell in some topics.
Oh, I'm fully unwell.
And that's why we want to talk about those topics, to show you how it looks like from a different perspective, and that it's all fine to just try out different things.
Exactly. I think it was a great first podcast.
And remember to share the stories about love and hate in the comments, because once we have a lot of them, maybe we'll do one episode and
we can read about this and we can go through this. Also, guys, if you have any questions or anything that you want to tell us for the first podcast, let us know.
We are waiting for all comments.
Thank you very much.
Bye.